Matthew Morrison melted hearts on the hit TV show Glee, but before that, he made his mark in musicals like Hairspray as Link Larkin.
Tell me I'm your king and you're my queen, that no one else can come between. It takes two, baby. It takes two.
Now Morrison is back on Broadway in the musical Finding Neverland, the story of how Peter Pan came about. Matthew Morrison is here at the table. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Congratulations. It's such a terrific show.
Thank you. I mean, that video gets me like pumped up. It's like that's my scariest moment of the show. I was like, come on, get this note out.
Yeah, right. And it really does display how great a singer you are. So you were such a star on Glee and now on Broadway. How did you know it was time to make the return to Broadway?
I've known for a long time. I just haven't had the opportunity. You know, like you said in that clip, this is home for me. I came to New York as a young man. I went to NYU, and I got my first Broadway show when I was 19 years old, which was Footloose on Broadway. I was like the featured white boy breakdancer in it, actually. And then from there, I just kind of I moved up the ladder and kind of gained success and started getting roles, and then I did some movies and stuff, and then this great TV show came along.
This is your first Broadway lead. I mean, and it's a really physical part, and you have to sing 12 songs. I mean,
with a Scottish accent.
Yeah, this is a lot. This is hard work.
Yeah, you know, I've done a lot of great roles on Broadway, but you know, being the outright lead of a show is so different. And I often call my friend Marissa Jarrett Winokur, who was the lead of Hairspray.
Yep.
And you know, it's tough. You know, you're carrying this, you know, $15 million show on your shoulders, and there's a lot that comes with it.
You were saying you feel your body feels kind of beat up at the moment.
Yeah, you know, I went into this really wanting to do everything I could. You know, I started my career as kind of a dancer and stuff, and I told Mia Michaels, the choreographer, you know, let me do anything. But that was my 26-year-old self talking, and I'm 36 now, so it's a little harder. I'm taking ice baths now after the shows, and and it's an intense show. But I wouldn't change anything.
When you look at your own career, though, I mean, Glee was doing so well, even in season 6. Do you ever look back and think maybe I could have done another season there, or were you happy with the transition?
I'm so happy with the transition. I think the show did everything that it could do. It's so great to look back on the show and see the change that it made in this world, especially with what just happened with gay marriage in the Supreme Court. I feel like Glee had a big voice in bringing those issues into people's living rooms so that they can, you know, have an open conversation about it with their family. Yeah.
Let me ask you about one of your first TV appearances was on The Late Show with David Letterman.
Yes.
Can you explain what Fresh Step is?
I can. It's not the kitty litter.
I should say.
No, it was a made-up boy band that Dave Letterman's writers and stuff put together called. Oh, there it is! Wow, wow, taking me back. Yeah, that was 19 years old. So it was a bunch of Broadway people, but I wasn't on Broadway yet. So this was actually my step into the Broadway community, because these guys were all in Footloose, and I was the only one who got cast. It's totally right.
Yeah, look at that six-pack.
But I was the only one in the cast that wasn't in a Broadway show. But the choreographer for Footloose, A.C. Sula, choreographed that, and he was like, "You're great," and he's like, "You should come audition for the show," and
that was
turned into that. Yeah.
So what do you owe Dave Letterman?
You know, I owe him a lot, and I'm so grateful that I've been on his show about, I think 3 times, and as an actor, you know, I think that was like one of the highlights of my career is being on his talk show, and so glad that I got it in before he left.
It was such a pleasure to see the show. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
Matthew Morrison, thank you.